seen videos of some of the same people acting like this is no big deal, dragging creators because they didn't properly disclose the 40-cent commission they got off a lip gloss on TikTok Shop. Even TikTok Shop requires you, no matter how little the commission, to disclose if you are getting paid. But you guys have no problem with people signing a secretive contract that says they're going to push specific messaging on behalf of the Democratic Party without telling you they're getting paid to do so. On the contrary, these people have built platforms saying that they are authentic and independent and would disclose those kinds of things. They're paying to boost their content. They're paying for them to get placement in articles so that you think that you're watching people calling themselves independent progressive news, and to make you think that their growth and their visibility is authentic and organic when it's actually astroturfed. And withholding the fact that they're getting specifically paid to do so. What's so crazy is anybody defending this, like, you're literally defending being a mark, getting had, being lied to, being manipulated. Like, these people are using the clout that they have built online for being trustworthy with their audience to lie to their audience. Anyone defending that, it's so embarrassing. Because again, at least these people are getting fucking paid. At least they're getting their bag to do this shilling. You're doing it for free. Like, you're defending for free them being able to lie to you and then have these AstroTurf campaigns. There's so many bad faith arguments being made, and the fact that so many of the people are attacking the writers of the article is very telling. So everything that Madeline Pendleton said was true. Like, they were totally vindicated. And one of the ones I'm hearing over and over again is, what do you just want them to work for free? This is probably part of the bot farm response that they probably have that they're working on, because no one said that. Literally no one said that. No one said that creators should not. I am a huge advocate. I'm always talking about this, saying creators should be paid for their work. Of course. No one's saying that these people should not be paid for their work. But a lot of you that are making this criticism clearly did not read the article, because this is not about working with a company that pays people for their work. They comment on that in the article, people that had worked with other places that declined to work with this because of how fucking unethical it was. This is not about saying, oh, influencers should be working for free. No, of course content creators should be paid for their work. The problem is they didn't disclose it. The problem is they're working with a dark money group that is paying them $8,000 a month to toe the Democratic Party line, that they had a whole ass contract that actually said, you're not allowed to talk about anything without clearing it with us first. You have a list of content that you're not allowed to make, or subjects that you're not allowed to talk about. Gaza. If you want to talk about a politician or a certain subject, you have to clear it with us first. And more so than anything, you are not allowed to tell people that you are working with us and receiving this payment. That is fucking crazy. And why are you telling people what they can and can't talk about, what they can and can't post about? Why do you have rules around what they can and can't say? If this was just about boosting democratic messaging and creators that already exist, why not just prop up creators that already exist, or promote creators that are already doing the work and building a following? Why are you specifically going to creators, inviting them to join this secretive incubator, and then giving them a list of what they are and are not allowed to talk about, on top of not disclosing the money and the payments? And then I've seen some people be like, oh yeah, but conservatives did it when they were getting paid by Russia. Yeah, and they were rightfully fucking dragged for it for being corrupt fucking shills. I just did it. People were like, oh, criticize conservatives then. I literally just did a video talking about the insane conservative grifting trip that just happened to Israel, and how Israel paid influencers to go there and do genocide propaganda. I also dragged those conservatives at the time for doing that undisclosed paid content for Russia. This is super basic shit. How are some of you arguing that they shouldn't have to disclose getting $8,000 a month to do specific messaging on behalf of the Democratic Party and towing the party line, towing the leadership party line, by the way? Because I called out a couple weeks ago how odd I thought it was that Brian Tyler Cohen, being a massive influencer, hadn't said anything about Zohran Mamdani. His content doesn't mention him at all, nor does he say anything about Gaza. And we know why now. If David Hackman had nothing to hide, then why didn't he disclose this payment? Even you guys who are doing this shilling and apologia for these creators for free, you know it's wrong. That's why you all went so hard against Madeline Pendleton. That whole thing was about you guys trying to defend the honor of creators that you were like, oh, they wouldn't do that. But now that it's been proven that they are, you're like, well, it's fine. I have never said that people shouldn't be paid for their work. I said that if you are going to get paid by a group, you should fucking disclose it. But you know what? I'm sure the Democratic Party knows best. That's why they have a 21% approval rating.